Welcome back, everyone, to the Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox. Golden Boy here alongside Mr. X, bringing you the action. And, of course, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game. I say that a lot. People have told me online, they're like, Golden Boy, you say this way too much. You say every game's going to be a great game, but I don't believe in negativity. And it is going to be a good game.
This is going to be a very good game.
Versus Vitality Rises.
Yeah, Vitality Rises. Gotaga broke in some of the best players in all of Europe.
Yeah.
Gotaga is one of the biggest names over there, probably the biggest name over in Europe. Very good player, plays on extremely high sensitivity, aimers all over the place.
Yeah.
And then Brazil 5-star is actually playing with excellency. Nick Ward, one of the most successful Call of Duty players in the European scene. So,
That's right.
First match of the pool also. So, very important match here.
Yeah, this is a match that will set the tone. This bracket, if I'm correct, contains Wizards. I don't know where Wizards is from. Again, I think maybe Singapore. I think it's a Singapore team. I'm not sure. I apologize ahead of time. But we have Wizards, Rise Nation, which is Pac-Man, Looney, Wheats, as well as Fears. And then you have, of course, Vitality Rises. And the boys over in Brazil 5 stars. So the match is about to begin any second now. But I got to ask you, I mean, we don't know all that much about them considering where we're from, which makes perfect sense. But I wonder how you feel about this one. I mean, excellence. I mean, I love excellence. Dude, Nick Ward's an incredible human being.
Incredible guy.
Yeah. How do you feel about this?
I think Vitality is going to win this.
Really? Really?
I've seen, I think Broken is one of the most underrated players in the EU. I've seen him play at numerous events. ESWC, he was incredible. Towards the end of Black Ops 2, he started to really hit his stride. And on this game, they're very good. The French play extremely aggressive compared to other nationality teams. Aggressiveness definitely pays off in this game. So I'm thinking that they're going to come out and they're going to play very well in this first series.
Oh, of course. And a big shout out to the Brazilian community as well. Just want to say a big shout. Actually, we have two amazing Call of Duty communities that are going to be battling it out here. We have the phenomenal French community that has just been nothing but incredible when it comes to supporting competitive Call of Duty. And then you have the guys over in Brazil. MLG Brazil was just announced. Lots of big moves are being made out there. I'm good friends with Made in Brazil, who used to work with Machinima. Now he's doing some stuff with MLG in Brazil, and I'm super pumped to see what they have cooked up there. So, it's two amazing communities battling it out here for the first match of this group.
Oh, yeah. When we were over at ESWC, the French fans were insane.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed up every day really, really screaming, hollering the entire time, an awesome community. And I hear Brazil is actually the second largest Call of Duty community, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, I believe in competitive Call of Duty, it's the second largest.
Really? That's quite incredible. That's quite incredible. So it seems like the match is about to begin here. And, I'm eagerly anticipating this one because I want to see Gotaga.
French Nate shot.
Yeah, I want
French Nate shot.
But I also want to see what Brazil 5 stars has cooked because they've had some issues. I believe they had 2 Brazilian players, but unfortunately one of them couldn't make it. So they ended up picking up another EU player, if I'm correct. And I could be wrong here, but of course I leave that up to you guys back at home.
The people at home.
To correct away because, we do what we can to keep up with every single storyline that's going on here at the Call of Duty Championships. But with that said, I think the match is about to begin any second now, waiting to see what's coming through here. And it seems like I want to make sure that actually that's why we can't have nice things. They put tactical.
You don't play tactical?
Yeah, I don't play tactical. I'm a default guy.
You're a default guy?
Default guy. All the way through.
I mean, I'm not going to judge you, but fun.
So, and then, I won't judge you, but, I'm going to judge you.
Yeah.
So, we're waiting here to see what's going on. I think one of the players is having an issue with the controller, I believe. I'm not entirely positive. Domination Sovereign obviously will be the map that we are going to be playing here. And it seems like they are going to be joining in, but not really going to do anything because, as you can see, Excellence is kind of just sitting lovely.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was playing.
No, it did not look like he was playing at all. It seems like actually all 3 members, they actually ended up getting their guys in, but we are going to get the restart. So the matchup will be restarted any second now. But I got to ask you, Matt, we haven't had a chance to cast all that much this week. It's our first time. How's it been for you? Any cool matches you've had the courtesy of cast?
It's been good. I mean, I just had a good match with Scott.
Okay.
Lightning Pandas won by forfeit over Rain.
Really?
So that was cool.
How did that happen?
Lightning Pandas won the first 2 maps. Rain didn't want to play the third, so it ended.
Wow.
I saw SB play. I casted a few SB games today. They look very good.
Yeah, I heard
they
that
look really good.
And now bringing your expertise to all this, right? What you know about complexity, and me and Ben had just like a long tirade just talking about SB and complexity during the complexity orbit matchup.
Mhm.
How do you feel about SB going into this one? I mean, are we potentially going to see another complexity SB final?
I mean, I think it can easily happen. I think TK though is another team that you can't
I
discount
never
in
sleep
this.
on TK.
I don't think you can discount TK. I think they're a very good team as well. No, I actually picked my top 4 with Brycey earlier.
And what is it?
And I had Cole, SB. No, actually, I had Cole, Optic, FaZe, and TCM.
Optic?
Yeah.
Why? Why Optic?
It's something about these large events, Golden Boy. They always seem to
show up.
I don't know what it is.
Last year at CoD Champs they did too.
Yeah, coming into the event, they don't look good at all.
Yeah.
They don't. They look in shambles. Somebody going to be on the way out, and then they show up at the event and they finish top 3, 4. We haven't seen that Optic in a while.
Yeah.
But I think with Clay and I think Scump is playing extremely well. I think they'll be fine. Also, I think Nadeshot had his best event I've seen him play at U.S. Regionals. I think
that's very true. At the U.S. Finals, Nadeshot,
that was the best I've ever seen him play.
I'm like, I am not in that Nadeshot hater club.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, Nadeshot's not fitting, right? But now the dude's put the work in, the time in. He definitely is contending with some great players. I agree.
He's a player who will never be rated properly.
Yeah.
There's so much around him that he'll never be rated properly for what he exactly is as a player. And I thought at U.S. Regionals, I thought that was his best event that I've seen him personally play. So if he can carry that over and, you can get the consistency from Scump and Clay and then get what you usually get from Embos, I think they're one of the top 3 or 4 teams here.
Well, speaking of popularity, I think it goes without saying,
Gotaga.
One of the most popular people in competitive Call of Duty.
It is unreal,
in
man.
French, yes, in the France region. So let's go ahead and kick it off with Gotaga. France's favorite gamer.
Yes.
Right? So let's see what he's going to do here. Domination on Sovereign is the map that we're taking a look at. And Gotaga is going to be creeping around the side, hoping to see he can find anyone. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming in here. As Gotaga's going to be over by their caution, by the Brazil 5-stars caution. Hopefully he can find someone. Ends up taking out one. No, and he's going to get taken out now. Carnage on your screen. He's going to find one. He gets dropped too. And now Blue, he's going to be alone. Working probably with Broken on this one, but Broken opted to drop back. And it seems like they're just going to continue to push into the 5-stars home flag.
Yeah, Blue is their newest addition to their team. They were playing with Azox for a very long time. They ended up picking up Blue after that. And, he's extremely good from what I've been told. He used to go under the name Diablo over
Yes, Diablo. Okay, yes. I'm familiar with that. Yes.
Okay, so now he's Blue. Diablo is now Blue.
He's Blue Sasha.
Yes.
Okay.
So from what I hear, he's a very talented player. So I'm actually extremely excited to see this team play.
And I agree. I want to see Vitality. Teams have really been making quite a ruckus here. So at Call of Duty Championships. Now we have Blue here on your screen as he is going to try and see if he can work with a teammate pushing over by A because there was going to be an opponent there. They are able to clear that one out right away with Blue pushing out on the side. He's going to get a good shot there. Lines up one against. Excellent. Tries to go for the double. That's not going to happen. Jumping over to Gotaga here. 2-2 in the count as he advances forward.
Yeah, they're in a sticky situation right now, Golden Boy. They're going to have to get one of these home flags because if they don't get these home flags, you end up getting a split spawn. You're either going to split over by Snake or by green server side. And when you get that spawn, to get back to a home flag, it's an extremely long route. And then also by the home flags, there's lots of spots you can hide and just camp over there. So it's hard to get them back. So this is a big situation right here for Vitality.
Yeah, and if Gotaga's able to get this one, like you said, it will, come out dividends for them. See how this works out. Gotaga anticipating a player probably coming for that front door, but he needs to be careful about what's going to be behind him as he gets taken out. And now there's going to be one member there of 5-stars on the move, but Blue's going to be there for the stop down. Well, it's going to be H as he gets taken out. One guy's going to be hanging out by B, spin around the side. Blue's going to get taken out, though, as we jump over to Broken, who's 6-5, 2 caps as well, and Broken with that AR. We've been seeing, I've personally been seeing some phenomenal AR play all day long here. Most importantly from Slumber, from Revenge, which is a guy who just does not seem to miss. The Aches has just been an animal, savage when he picks up a Remington. There's just so many great players here, but on top of that, just a lot of natural talent that we're beginning to see here at the Call of Duty Championship.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the players, I mean, here are so naturally talented.
Yeah.
And I think Broken is definitely one of the better ARs in the world. You know, towards the end of Black Ops 2, he started to really come alive using the M8, and you're seeing him now with the Remington. But, you know, Boy, I see a lot of times, though, when teams are running 4 subs, when the other team has an AR or 2 ARs, it's really hard for that team to keep up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's because it's all about speed. It's all about speed and getting in the face of your opponent. This game is such an emphasis on slaying.
Right.
You know, and sub play. If you're able to use your submachine gun with that steady aim, most importantly, push up on them and get in their face, chances are you're going to win that. You'll be hard pressed to see a situation where an AR beats an SMG. I mean, you'll see it, but I think the frequency of an SMG versus an AR close range, the SMG wins 9 times out of 10.
Oh, absolutely, and I think that's what we really saw SB do at the U.S. Regionals. They were able to kind of set that new meta where it was just going to be greedier classes just running with steady aim and submachine guns and, you know, just really just ramping the pace up.
Do you think that SB should have busted that out at regionals the way that they did?
You know,
because a lot of players know it now.
Yeah, I was asked that earlier, and I think, you know, you can't take a regional event to get to the Call of Duty World Championship lightly. You know, you can't go in there and expect to qualify playing your B or your C game. You need to play your A game to get in.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
People were going to figure out eventually, and I mean, you know, they brought it out obviously there, and they got the #1 seed, which is definitely a very important thing coming here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And now taking a look at this game, though. Want to highlight a couple things. Of course, 83-60. It is going to be a 23-point lead in favor of Brazil. 5 stars looking very strong here against the French team. Vitality rises, which is quite surprising. Gotaga creeping around the side. Hopefully he can find something as he's able to take one player out. But as time ticks down, the lead continues to build forward. And it seems like Brazil 5 stars came here to play.
Yeah, and
which I expected.
Yeah, which I expected too. I mean, any team with excellency, you're not gonna take lightly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of, if not the winningest player in all of the EU.
That's
so
right.
To play with, you know, him, it's kind of like he would kind of be like teaming with Merc. You know,
yeah.
Merc can take a lot of younger players, like a study, for instance, and just bring them under his wing and really just captain them to victory. You know, and I think excellency is the same type of player. He can take younger players and more unexperienced players and just really just put them in situations that they can succeed.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're 100% correct there. So we're waiting to see, waiting to jump into this next half. Score is going to be 92-65. And, you know, Mr. X, I got to know, do you see 5 stars taking this first map handedly?
You know, this is a map you could make a comeback on.
Okay.
If Vitality can come out, if I was Vitality, I would completely come out and just not go towards the B flag.
Okay.
I would go straight for my home flag, straight for the opposing team's home flag. Try and get a neutral right off the bat. No, if you can run a marathon class and get up into War Room, you can shoot the guys out of A.
Okay.
I don't know which spawn they're going to be on the side, but if they're from that spawn, they can shoot the guys out of A. If not, you can push Snake and get all the way to C right as they're about to cap it, so you can get on it, neutral it right away, or even stop them from taking it.
Okay.
And then you can start to build a comeback off of that. I don't think B is very important off the start here.
Okay, interesting. You know, I've been seeing a lot of different approaches. I've seen teams that put a heavy emphasis on B.
Yeah.
Right out the gate, which, of course, is standard domination play.
Yeah,
You get
absolutely.
your home flag, and then you fight for B. But it really began to change up where players like on Sovereign, no, just push straight up forward because you're dealing with what? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different angles you have to deal with on B? As opposed to the other side, if you go after the home flag, you have 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
So you have 3 angles versus
And
5.
I also think that if you're controlling both of the home flags, the spawns are so favorable for you to hold those down as compared to holding a home flag and B.
Yeah.
That, you know, if they're either going to spawn server side or Snake, they have to make a decision as a team to push one way.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times you see teams don't coordinate that good of
that's
pushes like that. So you can buy
You'll see it get split up.
Right. You can buy tons of time with a 2-cap by having both of those outside flags. They go to 1, they start to take it, then that's when you go for B.
All right, well, let's see how this is all going to work out here as the breakout's going to begin for both teams, and let's see what the approach is going to be. So we actually have one player that's going for a straight B line, and he ended up going through the Snake. But instead, he's slowing it down a little bit, waiting to see if anyone's going to be by the caution. And this is going to be a big play there. Nice knife there out of H, but he gets stopped. Cocolander here on your screen. and he will toss a nade by B, but not get much with that. Finding one player over by green server. He gets picked off as well, and it's just kind of like all over the place here for Brazil 5 stars as Vitality rises. It's very strong.
And we saw a very interesting push right there from Vitality. They pushed straight to B. Right off the bat. 3 people right to B.
But I will say this much, though. I do feel like if you are going to commit to that, so, okay, you send one guy Snake. You send him Snake, which is bottom tunnel there for any of you guys who may not know. You send him Snake, and you push their caution side, and then from there, it's a given wherever you want to go, wherever you have the opening, right?
Yeah.
But what I saw there, wouldn't it be wise to send the AR with you on at least one of those lanes so that this way you can communicate and stop anyone from, potentially taking you out from behind?
Oh, I think absolutely you would at least send another player over there. If you're going to put that much emphasis on getting that positioning, I think you really just need to go all out with just sending as many players over there as you can. But we actually see 3 kills go down for Brazilian 5-star right there. So they're going to actually hold a little 2-cap here, but it looks like they're losing A.
Yeah, they are going to be losing A here. So, but if you look, they are going after that right away. So they are going to be able to get C and then get that split. But they're going after B now. 2 players are going to be hanging on the left side over by green. Let's see if they push out. But Cocolander is going to opt to go back around, knowing that the pressure is going to be coming around to the home flag. Very smart read out of him. He's able to take him out, but no, he gets dropped right away. And jumping over to Lay as he advances forward. Finds one, able to take him out. Excellence with a stop there on blue. And a second kill there for Lay as he takes out Broken and makes his way over towards C, but gets met with bullets from Gotaga.
Yeah, I mean, extremely good cutoff right there from Carnage. You saw him laying on the ground, cutting off that mover side so that Vitality was able to take C. But, see Lay going in there and getting 2 big kills and trying to ruin the rhythm of this Vitality team. And I'm extremely impressed with what I'm seeing out of Brazilian 5-star right now.
And bear in mind, folks, that Brazil 5 stars are currently up by 27 points in this matchup. They won the first side 92-65. So remember, if any point in time you see that this one's going to get kind of hairy, those would be the times that, as Ben said, strap your seatbelt and get ready for a wild ride. But Excellence here on your screen, looking for anyone to jump down from that balcony. Ends up identifying one player. I don't agree with putting on those shots at such long range. Gave up his positioning, which knowing so, he's going to have to run away, ends up getting taken out though by the Snake.
Yeah, I agree. I've seen that a few times today when players will just shoot without really thinking about just giving away their positioning, and they'll shoot and they won't get the kill, and somebody will come in and clean them up pretty easily.
Yeah.
I think if you have that good positioning, which Excellence he had, pretty much blocking the D flag down by himself, I think there's no reason to give that up.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was questionable. But if we take a look here at Vitality Rises now, and see what is going to be going on with them. I want to hop on board with Gotaga, 8-5. He is 3 caps as well. A very objective-minded play here. Now remember, they have that plus 27 they have to deal with. And currently they are going to be down by 1, so I think plus 28. It's going to be a long road ahead of them. And they can do it, but they got to get that 3 cap, which they managed to get it right there. And that was going to be absolutely huge as Gotaga is going to be pushing over by the caution. They need to have players over there, which they do so. And this is going to be dangerous territory here as Carnage is going to anticipate this movement over by A. He looks up, but he's going to get met, though, and he gets him off of that concussion. What a stop there. And he is going to have a teammate there for support. No, he is not. But with that said, Mr. X, I got to ask you, 15 points here. Can they come back still with 2 caps?
I think they need to at least neutral it. What was the first score of the first half? It was
plus 27.
27. So, yeah, they're going to have to neutral for a little bit here.
Or they just go for a 3 cap again, which they're going to do. Now they got to get bodies over by B as soon as they feasibly can, because there's going to be a lot of activity going on over there. Look for big plays, though, out of Carnage. He unfortunately is stuck in a tussle that took way too long, but Blue is going to be there for that stop. They get the 3 cap again. 22 seconds left on the clock. He got 3 players circling over by one area, and that is going to be Gotaga. Moves in there. He gets taken out, and now Broken as he creeps forward. He is going to have this one as Blue and Broken are going to push forward. It's 91-60. That is going to be 31 points. That is going to put them in the lead by 4. They get that cap, neutralize it. That is going to be a victory for Vitality Rises.
Man.
What a comeback from them.
Huge plays. I mean, Blue going big right there. He was on a 9 spree at one point, Alex, and he got 2 of the biggest kills over at C. When they first had that initial 3 cap, he was able to get 2 huge kills on the C flag to hold that off in their original. And wow, I am extremely impressed with that comeback.
That was
crazy.
Absolutely impressive.
Yeah.
What a run by them. Wow. In any case, though,
Yeah.
Search and Destroy coming up next. And the French in their Search and Destroy, we know it's well-renowned.
Yeah.
So everyone's feared it. I've talked to a lot of top players who are like, I am not ready for the French in their Search and Destroy game.
No, I think Brazilian 5 Stars is a very good Search and Destroy team, too. So, I mean, I assume we're going to see a great match.
It's going to be a good one, guys. So don't go anywhere. When we come back, game number 2, Search and Destroy. You're not going to want to miss it here at the Call of Duty Championships presented by Xbox. I'm Golden Boy. This is Mr. X. And we'll see you guys in just a bit.